Alright, so we're back with more talking about TLC, the Learning Channel. It seems like we learn a lot about love on the Learning Channel. The Learning Channel is all about love, and um, they have a lot of shows about people going through different weight battles. But their biggest shows are the love theme shows, and I talked about 90 Day Fiance. And they have like a few different. They have 90 Day the Other Way, 90 Day Traditional, 90 Day in Paradise. They have a few different spin-offs of that concept. And they also have Seeking Sister Wives, which I took a minute to watch at one time, and I just couldn't get into it. And I was getting a headache watching, actually seeking Brother Husbands, which is new. They just recently came out as well, but I was like, let me check it out. They turn it the other way. Instead of a relationship where there's one husband that has multiple wives, the women are taking their turn. They call it polyandry, where one woman has multiple husbands. And I was first getting a headache because to me the concept is just so far from my viewpoint that I just don't see that connection. Basically, we would just call this cheating. I mean, honestly, if you don't want to be in a monogamous relationship, then don't be in a monogamous relationship. Why do you have to have multiple partners? It's my question. But you might even take this as another sexual preference. There's so many different sexual preferences that we have now exposed nowadays. I mean, I'm sure that they've been here forever, but now we have names for all of these different sexual preferences. So I assume monogamy on some level is a sexual preference. So polyandry or polyamory is another sexual preference in which you have to have multiple partners or multiple people in your life in order to be sexually satisfied, while most people just can have one, which is a monogamous relationship. So is this another level of sexuality that we've uncovered, that actually has been here for a while, but just to think of it on those terms where you can only be satisfied in your sexual experience with multiple people in your lives. And they said it's not like your swingers, it's not like threesomes or anything, but it's together yet separate. It's like having multiple relationships, but it's not just like, it's like actually having a full-on relationship with the sexual side and not just the sexual side that people do privately. So yeah, it kind of got me like, I'm not into this, I don't connect with it. And I started seeing the freedom of some of the women, how excited they were to have these additional male partners in their lives. And some of the family members saying they don't really get it, and I was like, yeah, I'm one of them that doesn't really get it. But the interesting thing about the show that kind of like kept me saying, okay, maybe I will continue to watch this, is that everybody's not down for it. This is a new introduction to the life of their spouse, so they're like in conflict, like, yeah, I'm gonna kind of do it for you, but I really don't think I want to do it. So it's like trying to put a monogamous person with a polyamorous person, and they're just gonna clash. One person is kind of in a way not fair. One person gets to have multiple partners and the other person doesn't care for that, so they just want you. So it's kind of like a challenge and a clash throughout these different relationships. And some of the I'm surprised how some of the original husbands, like the husbands that have been married, some of the husbands have been married to their wives for years, and they've said, okay, we accept this, we've talked about it, I'll allow this, or I'll bring this into my lifestyle. And it's a little surprising to me. One of the couples, the husband that had been married to her for like 20 something years, he has his own bedroom. He says he likes to be alone. So maybe this works for them, and he might have been happy to do this anyway, due to the fact that, yeah, he wants his own space. And the new guy she's brought in, they sleep in the same bed together, and now she wants to bring a new guy in, and then so that the other guy that sleeps in the room with her is like upset about that. You see how confusing that is? And I'm just trying to tell you the story. Like, how confused are they in their daily lives? Like, how do you keep up, honestly? But I like to see the clash of people like, I think I'll try to accept this because I still want to be with you, but I really don't know. And what are the boundaries? And how far can this go? And all of that. Some of the couples are still trying to figure that out. So I thought that was interesting. I find that interesting about the show. And are these couples gonna last? Because I find it honestly very unfair for two people that have two different sexual tastes to try to stay together. To have somebody that wants multiple people and somebody that just wants you. So I find it somewhat unfair. Like, if one person wants multiples, then the other partner should be able to do the same thing. Though I don't agree with that, and I wouldn't do that in my lifestyle. But if you want to have a fair balance, it's just kind of very confusing. It's just very confusing. But I know, like, back in the day, and even in the Bible days, it was a thing of, and also marriage in general was a thing of safety and security, and being a provider. So women would marry multiple women would be with one man if he was well off and he was able to take care of all these women. It would be something that they did long ago. So right now I feel like it's just a thing of preference and people wanting to have multiple partners. But again, I feel like for me, just don't get married and just date people if that's what you want. Because I really do think marriage is a commitment. And somebody might be upset with me on my views. I understand that. But I respect everyone's views, so I hope that everyone respects my views as well at the end of the day. But yes, just want to do a quick review on Seeking Brother Husbands. I'm trying to get the title right. And Seeking Sister Wives, they're all in the same bag to me. I don't think one is better than the other. I'm not for one or against the other. It's just not my thing, and I can't mentally, emotionally wrap my head around it. But if people are happy doing these different things, I'm not gonna hate on your happiness. But there's a reason why marriage is between one-on-one and not multiple people. I mean, there's just a reason for it. And there's all other options out here as well for people to do what they do. But in this show, I feel like some people are going to get hurt, some relationships may end, and we'll see what happens. Alright, that's my 2 cents and my quick take on another TLC romance that is a reality show, and it's up to you if you want to check it out. Thanks, this is Irene. Check out our podcast anytime at cbstvonline.com or on Spotify. Click the About Us tab and check us out there. And if you're watching on another social platform, just go to cbstvonline.com and you will be able to pick up our podcast. Thanks, guys.